Donald Douglas, airplane builder, shows Edsel Ford and Charles Sorensen of the Ford Company one of the new attack bombers being built for Uncle Sam. Similar types are seeing action with the RAF and are said to have a top speed of 350 miles an hour. The auto company is going to manufacture parts for these and other planes to be assembled at big Midwest plants. This is Big Defense News. American workers from coast to coast turning out planes by the increasing thousands to make this nation master of its fate. Scenes like these at the Douglas factory are duplicated in many other plants. Building more and more planes for Britain and the United States. Floor space doubled. Workers almost tripled within a year. Tremendous backlogs. Given time, Uncle Sam will be unbeatable.
The making of Allison liquid-cooled motors is one of the most important tasks of the day, and one of the most intricate. Its mass production for national defense at this Indianapolis plant, also most complicated production. The assembly department, and here we witness the vital process of testing a motor. That thing of giant horsepower must be perfect. In a speeding plane, it must give unfailing performance. Soon we'll see a tryout with propeller, a whirl and a whir. The test is more exacting than flying performance in a plane.
A ground view of American air power. Families of Boeing aircraft employees get a look at Army bombers. It's a chance to see the very part of the plane the family breadwinner made. A first-hand look at the real thing. Then a flight above the plant and a formation salute by 18 Flying Fortresses and Douglas bombers to the national defense workers who build our planes. Giant planes in a symphony of flight and beauty before Washington's towering Mount Rainier.
This factory is completing its 1,000th plane for the Army. The Stearman Aircraft Company of Wichita, Kansas, is the first to reach the 1,000 mark in the number of warplanes delivered to the military forces. The defense program calls for busy construction, and that's what we see here, mass production of planes. Major Harris of the United States Army congratulates Company Executive J.E. Schaefer and takes delivery of the 1,000th plane. Employees of the company are enthusiastic, and the takeoff with a cheer. There goes the first 1,000th plane delivered to the Army by any aircraft plant.
Wendell Wilkie is special guest for the dedication of the great new Vultee aircraft plant at Nashville, first to be built within the Inland Defense Zone. The huge structure contains 18 acres of floor space and will turn out scout planes for Uncle Sam and dive bombers for Britain. On a 24-hour day, 7-day week schedule, the President's latest request, what a bunch of planes they'll be able to turn out here.
More bombers for Britain. With the President's plea spurring the aviation industry, the Lockheed plant goes all out in production of Hudson bombers for the RAF. Wings the British Lion wants and is getting special delivery. While aiding England's airmen, Uncle Sam's not forgetting his own. The Army gets a Lightning interceptor. Powered by liquid-cooled motors, the ship can take off in a flash to intercept enemy bombers. A flying arsenal with machine guns and cannon in its nose. World's fastest warplane. It speeds 7 miles a minute.
company's new $1 million assembly plant at Niagara Falls is one of the first to use a conveyor system inaugurated by the American automobile industry. 6 of these ingenious belts, which move along at the rate of an inch every 3 minutes, will be in operation soon. They will step up production of speedy Airacobras for the Army Air Corps. And here's the first Airacobra to roll off the new assembly line, all ready to fly, and how.
First aircraft factory to install a powered mechanized assembly line. The Vultee plant, Downey, California. The plane in the making moves from one process to another. The assembly line is the key to the American miracle of the mass production of automobiles. Here we see it applied to aircraft manufacture for national defense. Production in motion. With the new system in operation, this plant now turns out 4 times as many military planes as it did before. A nation.
Open house for 20,000 workers and their families. That's how the Boeing Company celebrates its 25th anniversary. A chance for husbands and sweethearts to show the gals what they have been doing for national defense. It's a happy birthday for all us Americans.
They've produced 2,000 fighters to date, and they're dedicating a new plant to bring production up to 500 planes a month. There's the 2,000th plane of the Curtiss P-40 type, rolling her out with ceremony. OPM Director Knudsen, Assistant Secretary of War Patterson, and other officials inspect the 2,000th plane. Okay, says Knudsen of the OPM, and then a flight by a squadron of fighters. The single delivery of 123 training planes at the Vultee plant, Downey, California, ready for delivery. Trainers for the schooling of military pilots are an immensely important factor in the development of air power. And these are all on their way to Army and Navy training fields throughout the country.
The great new Douglas Blackout airplane factory is dedicated. The 200-acre plant is America's newest and most modern, and gets a salute from the mammoth B-19, biggest bomber in the world. "30,000 workers will be employed in the huge plant, turning out attack bombers and 4-motored flying fortresses."
This new giant aviation plant is completing its first warplane. At Columbus, Ohio, the Curtiss Wright factory is the nation's largest for the building of dive bombers for the Navy. The National War Program for the Defeat of Japan calls for an immense increase of production for air power. This plant was built recently at a cost of $14 million and now turns out its first Navy dive bomber, the beginning of mass production.